Good morning and welcome to a big and rather famous hill in the middle of Edinburgh. We are in Holyrood Park and today D&B go run Holyrood parkrun, obviously. Parking wise, there is a car park at each end of the park, and at this time in the morning you can get spaces. It does get very busy, but there's lots of parking on the streets that are surrounding this place. The road through the park is closed. It's been closed actually, it's not a parkrun thing, it's closed at weekends for pedestrians and cyclists and stuff, which makes it perfect for parkrun. If you set your sat nav to Holyrood Park, certainly Google Maps brings you into the car park at this end. The other end, which is the end where Holyrood Palace is set your sat nav, I guess, for Dynamic Earth or Holyrood Palace. It'll get you there. It's a bigger car park, but it's also much more popular. First things first, the dog wants to... De Niro, you think, would be a great runner, and he is for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then he's had enough and wants to go for a lie down. That is something I can only wholeheartedly relate to.
The usual parkrun scenario, there's nobody here, and in a wee while there'll be 600 folk, and then in an hour they'll all be away again. Did I say there was lots of nice things to see? Well, there's a big hill for you, and there's a wee ruined churchy thing, and yeah, one of the best things about this parkrun is the views. If the weather's nice, you get some amazing views of Edinburgh from quite high up. Yeah, talking about going uphill again, am I? This was one of those park runs that seemed to be in the works for ages. It was much needed because Edinburgh has got, Edinburgh Parkrun down at Silvernail Promenade, which is just massive and full of really fast people. And it's a prom park run, so it's an out and back beside the seaside. Sounds quite pretty, but it's not hugely interesting. This one, on the other hand, is brilliant. We do like this one, in spite of the aforementioned big hill. The hill is also famous for looking a little bit like a sleeping lion. You can't really see it from this angle though. That was a waste of time, that bit. From this little bit here, there's a view of the Calton Hill with its various monuments and the city centre and the castle over there in the distance. More importantly for parkrun, if you're wanting to use facilities, there are toilets in that little building you can see down there. That is the facilities, and they're always very clean. Off in front of the Lady and Greyhound, that white spiky thing is Dynamic Earth, and that is where the official parkrun cafe is. I am volunteering here again today. I'm writing the run report, which they use to publicise the event afterwards, so I'm just going to go and introduce myself to the run director. Run director is the man in the blue and white high-vis vest. He's the least high-vis of the high-vis heroes. That's me booked in and on the roster, so I get my volunteer credit. As well as running, walking or jogging, you also get credits for volunteering, and you get volunteer t-shirts and all the merchandise of parkrun, and the kudos of being a volunteer. Anybody watching our other channels know I've got a thing about herons. They always hide when they see a camera. One's just flown in and landed right there. This heron is quite brave and quite magnificent. Hello, Mr. Heron. How are you this fine morning? Are you going to fly away, or are you just going to pose? You're just going to pose, aren't you? You are a posing wee bugger. Look at that. Oh, that is amazing. Hiya. I don't know why you make that stupid noise. Do you think it works? God, I've never been this close to... Oh, thank you very much for your close-up, Mr. Heron. We will see you again as we run past with 600 close friends. Well, I say run, but you haven't seen the hill yet. It's quite a nice community atmosphere walking up the hill. It's lots of people all like walking and having a chat. It's I love parkrun. It's come from the far end to this end. Sorry, this is turning into quite a heron-heavy episode, but it could be the most heron-heavy episode of any running video ever. But look at that. Bex has told me to keep these things upbeat and positive, so I'll just say it's positively not very warm, but it is Scotland in almost December, so what are you expecting? There's a few more people here now, and they're all warming up. Today is probably not a bad idea. Parkrunners, assemble. Right, we're going to head to our usual spot towards the back. After the last couple of weeks, it's strange to be somewhere with so many people. I know, we've done the smaller ones. Done the smaller ones, like 50 or 60 people, or 50 at Allness and whatever there was at Uri, but this one is, I think there's 600 and something last week, so we'll see how it goes this week. Lots of people. Right, anyway, off to listen to the run briefing, and then time to get started. Heading towards the start. The excitement starts to... Not excitement, what's the other one? Excitement. And without any further ado, literally no ado whatsoever, we're off. Right, this is a little flat bit, and then it goes up. Lots of up, but then it goes flat, and then it goes down. So swings and roundabouts, ups and downs, literally. So you do about 200 metres, and then you go up this. It's, as you can see in front of us, very busy. And if you see behind us, also quite busy. Perfect time to take your pooch for a walk. I think we just made it further up that hill than we've ever made it running. These people are all doing extremely well. It's a hill. Come on, hurry up, come on, hurry up, hurry up. That is the holy grail of t-shirts. That is the 500th t-shirt. There's also, I think, 1,000 t-shirt, but I've never seen one. That's the first kilometre. We're still going up. It took us 7 minutes to do that kilometre, if you're interested, and if you're not, that's what it took us anyway. Half a kilometre to the top of this hill. We are properly out of breath. We'll see you again when we get to the top. Meanwhile, look over your shoulder, and there's Leith and the first view of Edinburgh from on high. Thanks, Marshall!
No good, thanks. This is the bit that psychologically is quite tough because you get there and you can see all the way around there, but at least it's flatter. And then all of a sudden the hill is done and you're into the realm of the pretty view. That's Portobello and Musselburgh over there. In front of us is the sort of back end of Edinburgh, and here's our downhill we've been looking forward to. And I slowed down to film that bit and she took off again. She likes her downhill, does Bex. That down there is one of the poshest parts of Edinburgh. That is Duddingston Village, and that is Duddingston Loch, and that is the Braid Hills and stuff. I should know because I'm from here, but I think Edinburgh's actually built on 7 hills, and this is obviously one of them. Might have lied a little bit about there being no more uphill. This is a little bit, but it's nothing like the one we just come up, so it's easy. Easy peasy. Caution runners, we're about to be going down the big hill. This bit is actually harder than I remember it being. We're still going up. Thank you, Marshall. Thank you. And there, how's that for a view? The castle and the cathedral, and yeah, Edinburgh from above. That in front of us, the big rocky thing, is Salisbury Crags. A lot of early study into geology was done there by people from Edinburgh University. And if you like it downhill, this goes all the way down, basically to the finish. There's a flat bit at the end, I think that's mostly it. Down, down, deeper and down. If we could do that without any copyright infringements. No singing. That's no singing because I've got a terrible singing voice, nothing to do with copyright. Thank you, Marshall. Yeah, the downhill goes all the way down here. Makes up for the uphill, both in terms of time and in terms of effort. And you get round that corner. Look, look. It's still downhill. And my watch has just beeped, meaning it's 1 kilometre to go. Yay. There's the other car park I was telling you about. As you can see, it's getting quite busy. We've got 400 metres to go. See you at the finish. Thank you, last Marshall. Oh, I lied, she wasn't. Thank you, last Marshall. This is where Beck says you go in like I've got lots and lots left in the tank. No. And there's the finish. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Last week we were 23rd and 24th. This week we are, I can't read it, 343rd and 344th. Oh, I love parkrun. I love it when it's over. If you want to know one very disappointing thing about Holyrood parkrun, I'm going to complain about it to the organisers. Not enough dogs, we only saw one. Before we go to the cafe for a coffee, we're going to do a little bit of our usual sightseeing. We're going to show you what there is to see in the area if you're visiting. And it's the heart of Edinburgh, so there's lots. We'll only show you a little bit of it. That thing over there, that is Holyrood Palace. That is, it's not its best side. Oh, and there's the abbey behind it. It's called Holyrood because there was an abbey here, and that church is on the site of the original abbey, I believe, that ruin over there. You'll notice, as well as gibbering, I use the phrase I believe quite a lot. It means I don't know, I'm just guessing. Another wee thing in the park is St Margaret's Well, which is good because I heard she'd been feeling poorly. I don't know if we mentioned this, but parking here is also free. One of the few places in Edinburgh you can get free parking, which again is why it's so popular. Well, it's free on Saturdays and Sundays is what I mean, but you saw that from the sign.
Which is amazing in Edinburgh.
Isn't it? It's quite good. Just putting the positivity to the test. Bex,
yes.
Do I have to be positive about the building in front of us?
Well,
yeah,
diplomatic,
okay.
perhaps.
Diplomatic, okay.
Diplomatic.
Okay, diplomatic. That is the Scottish Parliament building, which is an interesting building with interesting things happen. It's equally interesting from different angles. It just looks like cheap student accommodation, but nope, that is our lovely Parliament. Facing the Scottish Parliament, there is the lion and the unicorn again. The unicorn is in chains for reasons that we won't go into. That is the Palace of Holyrood House. It looks slightly better from this side than it does from the other side. Never been into that. It's quite expensive to get in, and I'm quite tight. Actually, most people that I know that have been in there were in there as children, so it's not me that's quite tight, it must have been my parents. There's the entrance to the to Holyrood Palace over there. So that building there is looking at the Scottish Parliament as well. I feel sorry for it. This place just reeks of history, far too much to show you just now. We have been here on our other Scotland on a Shoestring channel. There's an episode on the Royal Mile. So I'll show you the Royal Mile, then I'll show you my favourite thing about this part of the world. I'll try not to get run over to get an arty angle of that there is the Royal Mile. It's narrow and windy and historic and stuff. There's lots and lots of gift shops like that one there though. If you want to do a park run that has got lots and lots of tartan tat within a very short walking distance, this is definitely the best one. You can have your tartan kilt, your tartan hat, your tartan everything. And for only a lot of money, there's people that will tell you what your clan is, even if you're from America or Japan with no connection to Scotland at all. You'll still have a clan and you can still buy tartan, just spend money. So I was positive about the tat. It's good quality tat, all made in Scotland.
Some of it is.
It's all made in Scotland.
Aye, so it is.
Yeah, so it is. That's an old coffin gate there, which means you can guess what's on the other side of this wall. If you've watched any of our other channels, if you've come to this from anywhere else, I do quite like a graveyard, so this is, we're not going to go and look around the graveyard. If you want to see graveyards, go to our channel called Places for the Past, because it is chock full of them.
Was that an advert?
if I can't advertise myself, who can I advertise? History by the bucket load. Up here for a very specific angle with which to finish this wee episode, because there's a view up here that I think is one of the best views in the whole of Edinburgh. I mean, getting up this hill, and Bex is getting impatient for her coffee, so I'm going to have to actually run. I thought I'd done enough running up hills for one day. Just behind me there's a tour group following a man with a flag on a stick. But there's the palace and Arthur's Seat and some tombstones. Nice, isn't it?
No.
What's my least favourite thing about these places?
Tour groups.
She knows me too well. This is the entrance to Dynamic Earth. There used to be something else here, but I'm not sure what it was. But this, obviously, there's lots of history, and this thing is plonked down on top of it, looking quite modern. This is the official Parkrun cafe, and they kindly support Parkrun by letting them store all the equipment here in between runs. So yeah, that's why we frequent this for a wee coffee. And coffee is important. It's part of the ethos of Parkrun, because the whole original thing was for people to get together. And that is the cafe over there. And there are small children about, and security are looking at me funny. So we'll take our word for it. This is a cafe, and we'll see you next week. And this week's little postscript is somebody's just figured out they need 1 more kilometre to get to their 100-kilometre for the month target. So we're running back to the van. This was emphatically not my idea. Oh yeah, sorry. And part 2 of the postscript. That's what's under Dynamic Earth, so that's whatever was there before, obviously. I stopped to do some more little bits of filming and stuff, and she's now a dot in the distance. Volunteers are packing up. That's Parkrun done for another week.